Good morning, students. In previous lecture, we have done exercise 16.1 and 16.2 examples and discussed how to do the questions of exercise 16.1 and 16.2. Today, we will discuss examples of exercise 16.3. Here is the example number 11. A bag contains 9 discs of which 4 are red, 3 are blue, 2 are yellow, and the discs are similar in the shape and size. A disc is drawn at random from the bag. Calculate the probability that it will be red, yellow, blue, and not blue. Fifth one, either red or blue. Solution of the first part. Before we go for that, first of all, total discs are 9. Red are 3. Sorry, red are 4. I have to write down here. Red are 4. Blue are 3. Yellow are 2. And total are 9. Now probability to calculate red discs. As we know, the probability of the first event, that is we have taken A, that is favorable cases upon total cases. It means probability will be 4 upon 9. Probability of yellow discs are 2. The probability will be 2 upon 9. Blue discs are 3. It means 3 upon 9 is the probability of blue. Now to calculate, this is 3 upon 9, 1 upon 3 you can write. Now probability of either, no, fourth part is not blue. Not blue means probability of not blue. Blue is probability of C means probability of blue discs. Now if we want probability C not, it means total probability 1 minus probability of C happening. That is 1 minus probability of C was 3 upon 9, or you can say it is 1 upon 3, or you can say it is 6 upon 9. Direct you can do it, because if the discs are not blue, it means it may be red or it may be yellow. Red plus yellow, it is 6, and you are getting 6 upon 9 or 2 upon 3. Same is here, 1 minus 1 upon 3, that is 2 upon 3. Now either red or blue. What is the meaning of this? Either red or blue means, either red or blue means, or means union. It means probability of A union C you have to calculate. It is probability of A plus probability of C minus probability of A intersection C. If there is anything common, then you have to take this part. Otherwise, you will use probability of A plus probability of C, because intersection is empty. So this is 0 in this case. So 4 upon 9 plus 1 upon 3, that is 7 upon 9. This is the answer of the example number 11. Now come to the example number 12. Two students, Anil and Ashima, appeared in an examination. The probability that the Anil will qualify the exam is 0.05 and Ashima will qualify the exam is 0.10. The probability that both will qualify the exam is 0.02. Both will qualify means intersection. If I take Anil as E and Ashima as F, then qualifying the exam is probability of qualifying exam of Anil will be equal to 0.05, and for E, Anil is 0.05 and Ashima is 0.10, and both means intersection of these two 0.02. Now what we have to find out, both Ashima and Anil and Ashima will not qualify the exam. Both will not qualify means A naught intersection B naught. Here E, F, and we are taking E and F. So we are talking about probability of, we have to calculate E naught intersection F naught. Both will not qualify. And here we will use the De Morgan's law, probability of, because E complement intersection F complement is equal to E union F whole complement. This is a De Morgan's law. You can replace it by this one. Now, if you want to calculate the complement of A union F, it means 1 minus probability of, that is E union F. Now, what is the formula of E union F? Probability of E plus probability of F minus probability of E intersection F. This is a formula. Here you have to apply this formula to calculate this. 1 minus, what is the union? That is 0.05 plus 0.10 minus 0.02. When you calculate it, this is 1 minus 0.13, you are getting 0.87. This is the, both Anil and Ashma will not qualify the examination probability. Now, at least one of them will qualify. At least one of them will qualify. If we discuss this part, here I want to just tell you total cases. If two persons are going to give the exam, here is the case. Suppose E is qualifying the exam, F is qualifying the exam. E and F both will not qualify the exam. E is not qualifying the exam, but F qualify the exam. E qualify the exam, F will not qualify the exam. Here, at least one of them will qualify. It means these three cases you want to calculate. These three cases. Both of them will, at least one of them will not qualify. At least one of them will not qualify. It means we have to take this one, sorry, this one. This one is you have to, both will qualify, the exam is 0.02. It means if I want to do the question, then two ways are there. I have to calculate the probability of this one plus this one plus this one. It means I have to add these three, then you can get the answer. Or if I subtract probability of EF, qualifying the exam, E and F both are qualifying the exam, from 1, total probability will be 1. If I subtract the probability of this case, then I will get the remaining part of the answer. It means 1 minus 0.02, you will get 0.98. This is the probability. At least one of them will not qualify. Will not qualify. At least means कम से कम एक और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा दोनों ने qualify नहीं किया. It means these three are the cases which you have to calculate. For this, we have done the case by using the concept 1 minus total probability both will qualify. That is 0.02, and you're getting the probability of these three. Next part. In next part, the event only one of them will qualify. One of them will qualify means only you have to take the case E naught F and E F naught. You have to take these two cases. And in these cases, these are written as like this. And when you write, you can recall A but not B. It means A intersection A minus B, or you can say A intersection B complement. Same is here. The formula is what? Probability of, here when you talk about E intersection F naught, then A minus probability of intersection B. Here E intersection F naught is there. So probability of E minus probability of E intersection F. In this case, probability of F minus probability of F intersection E intersection F or F intersection E, you can say. So A but not B वाला case आप यहाँ discuss करेंगे. A but not B means like this. This can be done as, this is the formula of this one, and this one can be done as like this. Now put the values which all are known to you. and you will get the answer 0.11. Simplified. This is the case, and this is a very important example, example number 12. This is a very good example. Now come to the example number 13. A committee of 2 persons is selected from 2 men and 2 women. What is the probability that the committee will have no man, 1 man and 2 men? Here in this, we have to use a combination in this case, as whenever you take cards questions, you will use a combination to calculate the total cases and favorable cases. Here, total number of persons are given to you, that is 2 men and 2 women, 4. And out of 4, you have to choose 2. It means 4, C2, any of 2 you can choose. This will give you total ways. First case, no man in the committee of the 2 men. 2 means there will be 2 women in the committee. No man means you have to select 2 persons and no man will be there. It means both of persons will be women. It means out of women, total women are 2. Out of 2, you have to take 2. The combination NCN is equal to 1. So what? Favorable cases equal to 1. Total cases 4C2, you will calculate, that is 6. 1 upon 6 is the answer of the first part. When second part, that is no man or 1 man. 1 man will be there, no man in the first case. 1 man, it means 1 from the woman and 1 from the men. It means out of 2 men, you are selecting 1 man. Out of 2 women, you are selecting 1 woman. This is a case, favorable case. And total cases we have already 4C2. Simplified, you are getting 2 upon 3. If 2 men will be there, it means you have to take 2 out of 2 men. 2 men are there. Out of 2 men, you are taking 2 men, and 4C2 is the probability of the total cases. Probability will be 1 upon 6. NCR you have to apply, factorial n upon factorial r, factorial n minus r. Apply this formula and get the calculation. Now here's the exercise 16.3. We will discuss important question of 16.3 later on. First, we will discuss examples of miscellaneous exercise along with this exercise examples. Yes, here's the first example, example number 14. On her vacations, Veena visits 4 cities A, B, C and D in the random order. What is the probability that she visits A before B? Here I just want to tell you how to make the total sample space elements. As 4 cities are given to you, first it is written here as in the case, first we have to take A and B fixed. You can see here A and B fixed. Take C and D and now replace the chains of these two C and D, you are getting DC. Now with A, first you have fixed B, now second you have to fix C now with A. It means AC is now fixed, BD and DB. Now along with A, third term will becomes for D. First A with B you fixed and C and D interchange their position. In second, A along with C is fixed. Third, A along with D is fixed. And now BC and CB, these are the 2 cases. It means after fixing A, on the first place, you are getting total 6 cases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Similarly, when you fix the B, along with this B, you fix the A and C and D interchange their position. With B, then take the D and interchange the position of AC, you will get 2 cases. With B, you take C and interchange the position of AD. Again 6 cases. For 6 cases, C will give you 6 cases, D will give you 6 cases. Total cases are 24. Now here the question is, if you came to know how many cases are there, 24 cases, how to make these cases, half work is done. Now few important parts are here. In first part, A before B. What's the meaning of this? In all these sample space points, you have to check those points where A comes before the B. It means like this. A, B. Suppose this one. A before B, like this. All the cases where A comes B, A before B, you have to calculate. In the second part, A before B and B before C. It means A before B and B before C. It means A, B, C comes together. A, B, C comes together. You have to take those cases. A, B, C. I have just to tell you where these are the cases. Suppose this is the case, one of the cases I have just told you, A, B, C, like this. A before B, B before C. In the third case, which elements you have to count down? A is first and B is last. It means A comes first and B comes last, like this. Such type of cases you have to calculate. A either first or second. It means the place where A comes on first place and on the second place, both you have to add it. On the first place, this A comes on the first place, and here A comes on the second place. This is the case. All these cases you have to total. A just before B. It means AB. A just before B. AB comes this one first, second, and AB, like this you can calculate and total them. AB. A comes first and B then after the A. This one, add all these cases. I have told you just which cases you have to add. Now you can do the question, this example number 14. How to make the sample space, I have told you. What the question says in all the parts, I have just discussed all these points, all these cases. You do your own now. Now example number 15. Find the probability that when a hand of 7 cards is drawn from a well-shuffled deck of 52 cards, it contains all king. It means 7 cards are required, and out of 7, you have to take 4 all kings. It means 4 kings are there, and total possibility will be what? 52C7. This is the total cases. Favorable cases, total 7 cards are required, and you have to take all kings. It means 4C4. All kings you have to take. Out of 4, you have to pick all 4. How many are left? 3 cards are still left to take out of 48. 4 already you have used. Out of 48, you have to take now 3 cards. This is the case when all kings you have chosen. When you have chosen only 3 kings. 3 kings means you have to take 3 kings out of 4, and other 4 cards can be drawn from the 48. 48C4, and total is 52C3, 52C7. Simplify it. At least 3 kings. At least 3 means 3 and more than 3 kings, or means 4 kings. Both cases you have to add. It means first part and second part both will be added. 9 by 1547. I have 9. This is the second case, and first case both you have to add 46 upon 7735. Now come to the example number 16. In this example, here you have to derive a formula of probability of A union B union C, probability of A plus probability of B, probability of C minus probability of A intersection B, probability of A intersection C, probability of B intersection C plus probability of A intersection B intersection C. For this, we have done the probability formula for two events. Here the question is converted into two events. We have taken B union C as E here. This is probability of A union, now E. We can apply the formula probability of A plus probability of E minus probability of A intersection E. Now E, you have taken B union C. Now you can apply the formula on this B union C. This will be probability of B plus probability of C minus probability of B intersection C. As if we have to calculate A intersection E, here you can apply the distributive property. E is a value, B union C. Here is the A intersection. Intersection goes to B with, then U is the operation applied on it, then A will go for C. A intersection B union, A intersection C. This is a distributive property. In sets we have studied it. Now here is probability of A intersection E. A probability of A intersection E can be written as, this is probability of this, and you have to calculate one set is this one, second is this one, probability of first set plus probability of second set minus probability of intersection of these two sets. This is the part. Now put the values of A intersection E and probability of E in the, here, yes, using second and third, it means what? Putting the values which we have calculated above, probability of E and probability of this one. When you put the values here, you will get the formula. You can just write the values of above calculated equations, equation second and equation third. Now example number 17. In a relay race, there are 5 teams A, B, C and D and E. It means what? 5 teams are there, A, B, C, D, E. What is the probability that A, B and C finish first, second and third respectively? It means what? A comes first, B comes second, C comes third. This is a case first. It means what? How many cases are there? Only one case will be there when A comes first, B comes second and C comes third. And total cases, total 5 teams are there. It means what? If we consider the sample space consisting of all finishing order in the first 3 places, we will have 5P3. Total points will be 60 points will be there in a sample space. Out of 5, you are taking 3 persons. Total possibilities 60, and only one case will be there when A comes first, B comes second and C comes third. Only one case is there. Favorable case will be 1 only. It means 1 upon 60 is the probability of first part. In the second part, what is the probability here? I have just done the first part here. This one, first part. What is the probability that A, B and C are first 3 to finish? What is the difference between first and second part? In first part, it is fixed. A comes first, B comes second and C comes third. In the second part, A, B, C are the 3 persons who complete the race, who finish the race, having 3 positions. first three they are. It means ABC, first, second, and third. It may be ABC, it may be BCA, it may be ACB. It means how many cases are there? 3 persons are there. They can be arranged in a 3 factorial base. It means favorable cases will be 3 factorial and total cases already calculated 60. So 6 upon 60 it is 1 upon 10. So you must understand the difference between the first part and second part. In the first part, it is fixed. A will complete the race on the first position. B will complete the race on second position and C will complete the race on third position. It means it is fixed. It means only one case is there, A, B, C. That's why one favorable case is there, 1 upon 6 is the answer. If in the second part we consider, that is what? These are the 3 persons who complete the race with these positions. It means what? Any of one out of these 3 can be first, can be second, or can be third. It means 3 factorial ways are there to get the possibilities. So 6 upon 60 and 1 upon 10. These are the examples of exercise 16.3 and miscellaneous exercise. Now you have to complete these examples in your notebook and try to do the questions of exercise 16.3 and miscellaneous exercise. In next video, we will discuss few important questions of both exercises. Till then, thank you. Have a nice day.